Good day, grade 8s. Today we are going to take a look at how do we write into our CRJ. So how do we read the transaction and write it in the CRJ? The previous video showed us the format of the CRJ. Alright, so we are still working with Sampie's shoe shop and we are busy with February 2020. So here you can see is your transaction. So the first transaction says on the 3rd, the owner, Sampie, increased his capital contribution with 10,000 Rand and we issued receipt number 60. Alright, so all the information is in our transaction. We just need to write it in. So document number is number 16. There they give it to us, number 16. The day is the 3rd. Details, from who did we receive this receipt? From who did we receive this money? Right, so it's a receipt, specific person, so we received it from Sampie. All right, how much? They don't say that it was directly deposited into our bank account, so we will receive the money in our business, and it's 10,000 Rand. All right, is it all the money for the day? Yes, so we draw a line underneath analysis of receipts, and we put the money into our bank. Then I'm going to ask, what was this for? Why did we receive 10,000 Rand? Was it for current income? No. So therefore sundry accounts. So it's 10,000 Rand. But what? Specific what in sundry accounts? It was for capital. So we're only going to write capital. The general ledger's name is capital. The next transaction, on the 8th, services were rendered and we received 800 Rand. The business uses an invoice book and invoice F03 was issued. Alright, again, they give us all the details. Document number F03 on the 8th. Now we do not have a person's name, so we rendered a service, so it's services rendered. It was 800 Rand. That is all the money for the day, so I draw a line and I go to the bank and put 800 Rand in my bank account. Alright, so I have 800 Rand in analysis, and then what was this for? Services rendered, and that is current income, so there is my transaction. On the last day, we have two transactions. So on the 15th, the first one is received 150 Rand from Pierre Pompies for rent income. Alright, so they do not give us a document number, but when we have something specific like rent income, we are going to issue a receipt. And that is something that you need to know. So the previous receipt number was 16, so now we're going to use 17. This is on the 15th. We received money from Pierre Pompies, so it's Pierre Pompies. It was 150 Rand, and it's not all the money for the day, so I'm not going to draw a line yet. But what was this 150 for? It was for rent income. Is it current income? No. So therefore we go to sundry accounts. So in sundry accounts, I'm going to have 150 Rand. And then what was this for? Rent income. So I'm writing in rent income. And that is my name of my general ledger. Also on the 15th, we received 250 Rand for services rendered. All right. So services rendered is an invoice. So the previous invoice was F03, so now we're going to have F04. We do not have to write the date again. So we have services rendered. We received 250 Rand. Now it's all the money for the day. So 150 plus 250. We draw a line and together to the bank, we're going to take 400 Rand. Alright, but back at the 250. This was for services rendered. So in my current income column, I'm going to have 250 Rand. Alright, that is all my transactions. Then I'm going to add up my columns. So current income and sundry accounts. And if I add these two columns together, I'm supposed to get my bank's total as well. So 11,200, and therefore I know that I've worked correctly. And that is how we write in the transaction.